Well, this is a match day preview coming up against probably our biggest test so far this season, at least on paper. You would say that it's the Mariners head to the Bescot to battle Walsall at what is now the Pallet Track Stadium or something. I think they keep changing the names every 2 years. I don't, mainly for anybody, it's the Bescot Stadium, and obviously a place where last season the Mariners had quite a lot of success, and we'll go into that success during this preview. But if we, I'll give you the first few stats that we've got here. The form of the two sides, very similar. The overall form, the Mariners are slightly better in regards to, in the last 5 results, obviously Walsall have lost 1, drew 1 and won 3. Obviously that loss came in the playoff final. No, it didn't. It didn't. It came on the second game of the season, didn't it, against Gillingham. So, but they've been on a run before that, and obviously the Mariners 2 wins and a draw to start the season off with, and actually unbeaten in 5 games themselves, 3 wins and 2 draws in that time. Obviously it takes place at 8 o'clock. Of course, this one was brought forward because it will be taking place on Sky Sports Plus, or Sky Sports Football, sorry. At 7:45 the show starts. For anyone, of course, that cannot make it to the Bescot this time around. If you look at the overall form between Walsall and Grimsby, obviously in the last 12 matches, Walsall just have the edge with 5 wins to 4, with 3 draws in that time. And a goal difference of 25 to 17 in Walsall's favour. That is 2.08 goals to 1.42 for the Mariners. If we actually look at the last 4 previous results between Walsall and Grimsby, well, yes, we try and forget one of these, mainly actually 2 of these. In August of 2023, we travelled to the Bescot and ended up with a 1-1 draw that day. That was under Paul Hurst, and no one could have seen what Walsall were going to do later on the season after. But when they came to us on New Year's Day of last year, it ended up being 2-1 at half time, and probably one of the most embarrassing scores. Artel has definitely turned it round from here, but the 6-1 drubbing at home to Walsall to start 2024, not really what you wanted. Speaking of them, back in October of last year, Walsall did it again. This time not as heavy. Again, in the game at half-time 0-0, the game finished 4-1 in Walsall's favour that day. And boy, I think it was Greeny's ball over to Jamie Jellis, who did an absolute screamer that day. But it was not really the start of the season in general. Walsall obviously then began to dominate the league until we played them over in March, when the Mariners, one of the best away performances of last season. We'd obviously done it at Gillingham. We'd also done it at a couple of other teams that were top of the table as well, or top part, and we actually ended up with a 3-1 win for the Mariners. That was obviously a Danny Rose penalty and a Jaden Luca brace. after conceding to Ellis Harrison in for Walsall quite early on, that reminded me a lot of the win that we got against Walsall under Michael Jolly when we back in 2018 when we won through it was an Elliot Whitehouse goal alongside a brace by Big James Hansen. Similar kind of way to how we did that last season. But Walsall obviously last season had probably one of the, I would say, biggest collapses. Probably, well, I will say the biggest collapse in Football League history, really. To be topped by about 16 points at the turn of the year to end up making the playoffs, but losing out to AFC Wimbledon in the final, and really didn't look like laying a glove on them, really. If we look at the odds for the game, Walsall are 13-10, so I would say marginal favourites, really. The draw is 12-5. You can get the Mariners at 19-10 to win this. So it's interesting because the Mariners lie in fourth with 7 points. That's the highest scorers so far this season with 8 goals. Conceded 4. That's a +4 goal difference. Walsall, obviously, with that one defeat to Gillingham, they've scored 4, conceded 3. They've got a +1 goal difference. And if we look at the team news for the Mariners, pretty much the same. No real niggles. Obviously, Zach Gilzenon, Danny Rose, obviously. Will not be fit for this game. It could be a few more weeks yet, but they are building their fitness back up, which is good to see. They're gradually getting there, and hopefully will be involved in the next few weeks, or being well. Obviously, he had the interview with John Tondo from beside. Took the interview this time, and always great to hear John on the airwaves. Artel, to me, seemed very, very relaxed. He seemed not really concerned. Obviously, they're still looking to add during the remaining couple of weeks of the window. And we'll see what comes of that, and see if anyone can come back or get back in before the end of the month, because I've got to say, the Mariners are playing some great football right now. No new injuries as well. Artel's pretty much saying no injuries, nothing that has come out the blue to shock anybody. They look pretty strong, ready for tomorrow, and they're going to need to be, because Walsall are a good side, and we always know at the Bescott, Walsall are a good team. Obviously, they've got Aaron Presley, who is going to be one of their men to watch, I think. He definitely knows where the net is, so we're going to have to be where a few threats of Walsall, really. Don't let it fool you, they've only scored 4 goals. Obviously, at the Bescott, they're usually quite strong. So, I think I can see 2 or 3 changes happening, obviously because of the rotation and the busy period the Mariners have got coming up. But it wouldn't surprise me if Justin Malazor starts tomorrow, and maybe Chaz may come in off the bench, or he might want to keep the team exactly the same. I know people are talking about a backup goalkeeper. I'm always kind of against that. I know I've seen some people mention about Seb Orton going out on loan. I said the thing is, when you're a number 2 goalkeeper, it's the hardest position on the football pitch. I understand what people mean, but I wouldn't go for an extra goalkeeper. But I'm sure Arteta will look into it. If they gave Seb a 2-year deal, I'd have understood it. He only signed a 1. So, that makes me wonder. And obviously, he's definitely going to be our trophy goalkeeper this year. That is for certain. And I think, a third goalkeeper, yes. But when's he going to play either? It's one of these kind of things, if apart from the trophy, really, if Christie's fit, he's going to play, isn't he? So, and there's no doubt that Christie Pym will start in this game. I can't see there being too many changes. Like I said earlier, there may be 2 or 3. But I can't see too many changes being made. Maybe Terrell Warren will come in to start for the Mariners this time around. It's going to be an interesting game. We always have good scraps with Walsall. Walsall are obviously looking to sort of recalibrate after last season's debacle for them, whereas we're just trying to keep our high spirits going. And what has been announced by the club today as we speak was there will be tickets at Walsall for away fans to pick up if you are going and miss the deadline to pick up at Blundell Park. There will be that will be a card payment, but they will be available to be gotten at the ground if any fans decide to maybe make a late decision to go there. Then obviously that is how you can pick it up. There will be the tickets at Walsall's ground. So I'm thinking maybe around about 400. I can imagine between 300 and 400 will probably travel down for that. And I still think that'll be a great number. Because it's a Tuesday night. And really, I can't remember the last time we played Walsall on a Tuesday night. And also, TV may affect it. But I think that's also a good thing for people who realistically cannot get on a Tuesday night. Unfortunately, I can't make it, but I will be watching the game. So the review of this game will come straight after the final whistle against Walsall. So keep your eye out for that as well. And it is now, for me, it is now prediction time. Well, we score a lot of goals, don't we, at the moment? Let's see. I'm going to be positive. I'm going to go for a 2-1 win for Grimsby. I'm going to say I think Jays Cabia is going to start, obviously. I'm going to go for Jays to get one. And I'm also going to go for Justin Amalazor to get a goal as well. For some reason, I think he's going to start tomorrow ahead of Chaz. I could be wrong. If Justin starts, I'll say he's going to score. If Chaz starts, I'll go Chaz. I think Jamie Walker could make another appearance as well. What I love is the options that the Mariners have got depth-wise. At the moment, whoever seems to come in, even when it's classed as the so-called second string, they're coming in and doing a job and giving Artel a selection headache, which is what you want to see, really. So I'm saying 2-1 with Cabia and either a Walsall or Vernon. But as we know, we don't mind who scores the goals, as long as we get more goals than the opposition. And just briefly on the opponents, they are a good footballing side at home. So I think we've got to that centre back pairing is going to be so important, and obviously the way we play might be because they did get Aidan Flint over the summer, which was a defender that I would have liked Town to have got really, and obviously he's a big burly defender where they could put Jays on him due to Jays with his speed and his quickness and his sharpness. So it's going to be an interesting game, this. Walsall versus Grimsby. It takes place 8 o'clock. So if you are going, remember it's 15 minutes later than originally scheduled. So if you are going to Walsall, safe travels down there. I do hope that you come back and we get all 3 points. And also, just hope that we get something out of the game, because this positivity is so good at the minute. But obviously, Walsall are a dangerous team, and we have to be respectful while also knowing what we can do. If we play the way we can and we turn up, then at the minute Town are just on fire. But who knows? Let me know down below what you guys think of this game. Do you think the Mariners are going to go back-to-back wins? What would you take? What would your score be for this game? What would your thought on the game going to be? Leave it down below for me. Like, share, subscribe, comment, hit that bell button. That will also let you know when I upload some new content. Please go and subscribe to my friend Ryder. He again is doing some great videos. He's done his best kits. He's now done a video of his worst kits. If you want to go and check that out, Ryder does a great job. And hopefully in the next few weeks, me and Ryder will be doing something together. So look out for that coming over in September. And, yes, in September it'll probably be now. And also look out for the lives that I do plan on doing. I'm trying to get it all ironed out. And hopefully in September, but I'll make sure I will keep you guys up to date with what is happening with that, and then we can all start a weekly live show where we can talk all things Grimsby. You can throw me your questions and so on and so forth, and we'll get people on where we can talk about all things Grimsby, and maybe when we first became fans and all that sort of good stuff. But in the meantime, guys, like, share, subscribe, comment, and I will see you after the game on Tuesday night. If you are going, safe journey down there on the M6. You'll spot it, really. You'll spot the ground as it's right on the M6. So if you've never been to Walsall before, you may need subtitles. You talk to anybody from there, but no, enjoy the game. I'll be enjoying it. I may be enjoying it at home, possibly with a beverage. We'll have to wait and see. But that is the preview done. Let me know what your thoughts down below is. Like, share, subscribe for the third time I've said that. But in the meantime, guys, up the Mariners. And can we make it unbeaten so far this season? We've done it so far. Tricky game this, though. Let's see if we can do it. I'll see you guys in the next one. Ta-da.